Hello everybody and welcome back to Casual Gamer Oz. We're into our third season, Ben. Thank you very much here in F1 2017 career mode. Our 15th round, we're at the Malaysian Grand Prix Sepang. It's pissing down with rain. Our best qualifying here was 8th back in Season 2 of F1 2016. Let's do this. And the only two times we've ever finished this race, funnily enough, we've been dead last. So, generally, even though we either retire or finish last here, so, yeah, and you know I'm going to say this, it's generally a circuit I like. Been here twice before, you know I'm going to say that. But we've got our first absolutely full wet Grand Prix session so far this year. Not talking just inters. It's been a very dry year, thankfully. We like those dry years, dry tracks. But in terms of actually full wet rather than inters, and that's generally the conditions that we do okay in, the full wets as opposed to the inters. And right now, we're hovering on the back of Vettel. 17th is where they want us. And if we can keep this pace up, I would be satisfied with 7th. I just take a little bit of a look at the corner of my eye there. Don't want to obviously run into trouble here. The pace is looking okay in the full wet. That's just more of a concentration needed. Remember last year we had a lot of trouble coming out of this corner, didn't we, in terms of losing the back end. This Toro Rosso. Now we're only about 60 points off getting to the 500 mark for our next upgrade. So if we can qualify on expectations here, we should get that. Should being the operative word. Not if I bin it. We've dropped out of the top 10 and we're struggling here now to get up. Oh god, no, 16th, 17th. Shit. Once again, it's the back half of the track that really costs us some positions. And we might struggle here to get to our target of 17th. I'm not going to look at the position here. Moved up to 13th. I said I'm not going to look, and I look. We cross the line. Vettel gets pole. We're going to get 13th. Yes.
Good work.
Okay. That should get us over the line for our development points. Could have been better there.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow.
Alright, well, we'll take that for the moment. We'll get into a race day and see how we go. I'm going to do that now. So it's Ferrari front row. Obviously a very tight 7 points covering the top 3 drivers in this championship battle. The closest we've had of any of these seasons, which is good to watch from an outsider's perspective. Sadly, we're not in that title fight, but we can barely get into the points fight at the moment, Ben. So I don't know when you're talking about title. We're not going to finish top 10 this year. What have we got? 4 points this season. We haven't actually finished in the points since Austria, so we're struggling again. And are we going to get to... Yes, we are. Okay, so we can add in that upgrade. And we're still in that red zone. We're going to move slightly towards it. Oh, we're going to dry erase. All right, before we do, let's fit the upgrade in for Japan. Hopefully it won't fail. So we look here. So this is going to actually... McLaren's dropped... Oh, it's powertrain. I thought that was overall performance. So our powertrain here will go just above Renault. It's 500. It's 1 week. This is for fuel consumption. The fuel injection system directs flow more efficiently, which results in better fuel economy. That will be good for putting the car in rich mode a little bit better. So there we go. Feels good to have these upgrades. Let's go to the race. And it looks as though we have a dry race. And as I mentioned before... in our 4 races here in Malaysia, our highest finish is last. The other two were twice we finished last. The other 2 races were DNFs. So, no pressure. Our target here, folks, is to finish ahead of where they want us to. Get some strong development points. And it can only be up from there. Once we pass Japan, we've got 4 tracks that we generally do well in to close out the season. And again, if we can get 4 strong results, who knows what can happen with our reputation. I severely doubt we're going to impress anybody enough in the 4 races to get us into a seat besides this car for next year. But we'll try our best. Starts here in Malaysia. Look out for this opening sequence of corners because it's always a tricky one. We're going to hover here to the right to cover our inside line. As Stroll finds himself there. And we're going to brake a little bit early. just to avoid any type of carnage. We're having to ride the curbs there. We're going to have to go on the outside, which is always a tricky prospect here in Malaysia. Whoa, my goodness me, Magnussen nearly collected us there. Oh, that was close. Oh, gave me a bit of a heart attack there. We're going to come up the inside here. That's going to be off circuit. Overtake. No, I backed out of that move there for Grosjean. Played it safe because that is not where you want to have to back out of a move. Whoa, whoa, no, 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 no. Hold on to it. All right. Just being a little bit cautious here with my braking points. Just to maintain some stability. We don't want to chop the front wing off as well, because that's generally where stuff goes airy. We're losing some speed there to Grosjean out of the turns. Obviously that upgrade, if you're wondering if that's improved anything, that upgrade doesn't actually come into place until Japan that we just put on the car. So there's going to be no cause for improvement in this race session. It's all for Japan. And remember, of course, here in F1 2017, there is a possibility of failures in terms of those updates. We had that in our very first season, which set us back a lot. So, knowing our luck, we're going to come to Japan and dear old Chris is going to be like, oh, guess what, it failed. Stiff shit. Positives come from that, though, is that we only need to then get to 250 resource points to fix it up again, because we obviously worked our asses off to get the warehouse into play. Alright, as Alonso and Grosjean get a little bit comfortable with each other. Former teammates, if I'm not mistaken, back in Renault in 2009. Grosjean came in, didn't he, to replace Piquet Jr., or was that 2008? It's been a little bit there in the old memory bank there. It was 2008, 2000. I think 2009, because 2008... Piquet was in for Crashgate, wasn't he? And then 2009, he got a podium from memory, did he not, Piquet? But then he was promptly dumped, and then Grosjean came in and didn't exactly do too well, was sidelined before coming back. He went and won the GP2 championship, didn't he? Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud here, folks. Don't mind me. Well, this is risky. It's Alonso. You know he's going to spin me out. Fuck off, you little prick. I'm going to go around the outside of you if you're going to be a dick to me like that. Oh, minor damage. Not enough, I think, on the map there. I can't see. Oh, God, we've got an orange. Oh, that's not what we wanted. But we got that move to stick on Alonso. So, okay. Didn't really feel it through those turns there. But anyway, we at least know our engine power is a lot better than the Honda, as you saw in that powertrain comparison when we updated it. So overall, though, the McLaren has leapfrogged us in the performance stakes. Actually, I think Jeffrey, or was it this one or the last one? Toro Rosso had actually fallen behind Sauber until we put that that upgrade in for Belgium. So that's how bad our upgrade pace had been, essentially, and how much they'd improved behind. So just a little word there of advice, well, not advice, a word of update for you there. We're not going to catch 10th place. Points are out of reach here. But if we can hold on... Oh, no, it's Esteban Ocon. Look out, folks. We're going to have a spin at some point because this prick's going to take me out. Alonso's dropped well back there. He's no doubt on the radio complaining about it. Obviously, though, for us, it's all about maintaining this position and looking out for this kamikaze Frenchman, as he often is in this game. We're on for our highest finish ever in Malaysia if we can hold on to this. And it'll be 4 places ahead of where they want us to finish here too. But again, seeing what's happened in some of these other ones when I start talking myself up. Whoa, and particularly in that corner there, which we always seem to slide too much out of. And I know Ocon is getting very close to my side pod there. Oh, goodness. Held on to that one ever so slightly. I have to release the throttle to try and remain flat out, which obviously defeats the purpose of trying to remain flat out if you've got to release the throttle. Ocon, get out of it, you little bastard. He's going to get me up here in this straight. Going to have DRS. I'm going to plan it there. You're not going to go up the left of me there. There's no way you can go up the left of me there. You're going to go around the outside of me. And you're going to keep yourself in check, my friend. In Checo. Haha. Get it? Because that's his teammate's nickname. Yeah, not funny. I'm going to shove this down here, make him go around the outside into turn 1. which he's going to do, but I'm going to get the recoil. I'm going to flick it around here to force it around here. Go on the inside here. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, fair enough. That was a worthy move there, Ocon. For once you didn't actually take me. Let's go up into rich mode here to take you up the hill. Just like that. Like a glove. Quite a bit of Jim Carrey, because he's always worth a bit of quoting at this time of day. Oh, this is the penultimate lap. I thought this was the last lap. Getting ahead of yourself here, Ben. Alright. Feather it around. You can do this. You're a better driver than Esteban Ocon, Ben. You're a much better. Show what you're made of for Force India. Show what you're made of for Force India. If you can't get a Renault drive, go for the Force India drivers. I lose the front end of the car there. Oh god, the understeer is terrible. Gosh, golly gosh. We can take this section here. I'll tell you one thing, the front wing damage, not that disastrous. Really doesn't feel to be affecting except the understeer. Alright. I'm going to put it up to rich mode, just get a bit of boost. I know he's got the Mercedes, so he's going to have DRS and he's going to get very racy. I'm going to plan it on the inside, force him to go on the outside. Oh god, I've outbraked myself a little bit too much. It's going to open the door for him. It's going to open the door for him there. Just ever so slightly. And we're just going to plant this one on the racing line. And he's going to take me on the inside, but of course we know how this sweeps around here in Sepang. The inside becomes the outside heading into this section. If I can maintain this. And oh, he's driven into me. Of course he have. It's Esteban Ocon. Well, I'm going to have to just go off the throttle there slightly, as I'm going to put it up into rich mode, up the hill, and we're going to do what we did a lap ago on him. Can we make it stick for the second time if I don't outbrake myself? Oh no, I'm on the grass. No, he's got me. I think that's job done for Esteban Ocon. I'm not going to get in from now. Oh, I'm going to lose another position here. Oh god, I've somehow lost all traction on this car. What is going on? Oh no, I've dropped out of the place I need to be. I've been collected there. What is happening with this car? I just lost all form of grip. And somehow I've gone to last. What the actual hell? This is China F1 2016 all over again. Just in that last lap. No real big mistakes, but somehow I've just lost all performance in this car. And I've just managed to get myself into a position where this has just cost me. Oh my goodness. And it's not like I even made a huge mistake. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Well, I might not finish last here, which will be a first for Malaysia. Still trying to finish last with Ericsson in that corner. What the actual fuck?
Not good enough. Not good enough at all. Let's push harder next time, okay?
How about you shove it up your fucking asshole, Jeffrey? Don't give me that cheek. Not good enough. Not good enough at all. I've never heard him say that before. Yep.
And as we can see,
Ferrari win. Good.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the
You watch. This is going to fail heading into Japan. We're going to have a failure of a component, which is going to cost me time and resource points. Whatever, I don't care. How's the championship? 17 points now. Vettel over Raikkonen and Hamilton. Cool. Alright, let's find ourselves going to Japan. Like, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching Casual Gamer Oz. We'll speak to you next time. Good night.